Yo, yo, yo. One more. Yo. What's good, man? This is your boy at DFSMasterMind _ over on Twitter. Thank you for clicking on the video. Today's date is April the 1st. Happy April Fool's Day. I don't know if people say that, but if you participated and you like April Fool's Day, happy April Fools. I participated this morning, man. I woke up, I was dog tired, man. I called out of work. But I'm not sick, man. I said I was sick. So I got their ass, man. I got my managers. April Fools. But anyways, man, we that was childish. So I got an off day, man, and I'm gonna be putting out some content today. I got this video, which is gonna be an episode of Brainstorming. I got my 3 for 3 coming out a little later with the 4-game main slate, and then I'm gonna have my startup to MLB coming out a little later. Thank you for clicking on the video. I hope you subscribe so you can check these other videos out. Give me a like, comment, do all that good stuff, man. You know, I'm trying to build something. I'm trying to grow. I want to get out there. I appreciate the people that have been rocking with me. But yeah, anyways, man, enough of that small talk. We here to talk DFS, man. We got two games, man. It's an early edition, early slate. To be honest, I don't really enjoy these games as much. A small slate like this, I kind of treat my lineups like cash lineups, even though I play GPPs. And what I mean by that, there's only so many options. There's only so many people you can play, man. There's only so many people that you can take chances on. So what I like to do, I like to stay with the field. I like to get to the green line, man. That's the only thing I do on these very small slates. I play very light. And I'm gonna just try to, ride the wave with the field, give you my best plays. But I'm not looking for all these dart throws, or I don't care about ownership percentages. I'm just looking for the best plays today. And that's my mentality, man. That's how I go into it. So we finna get it, man. Episode of Brainstorming, 2 games, let's go. First game, we got LA Lakers versus LA Clippers. It's a home away game for one of these teams. Whoever banners they hang up, that will be the home team. But they both play their primetime game, Saturday game. I'm sure Doc will not, hopefully Doc will not rest his starters, man, his big 3. So we can get some good basketball, man, some good DFS content going. But yeah, total is at 222, man. Clippers are favored by 14, if I'm not mistaken. Last time I checked, it was at 14. So I'm going to do position by position, man. I'm going to tell you who I like, who you can look at, and who to stay away from, man. There's not a ton of options, so I feel like I have enough time to run through everybody, give a my quick thoughts about a player. And we're going to start off with Mr. CP3. The Clippers, they're trying to get in playoff shape, man. You see Chris Paul playing with a lot of urgency. You see, you see the Clippers, man. They trying to get it, man. They know their window is closing. They got to make something happen. And I think Chris Paul is going to continue to lead his team. He's been balling lately. And I love him against a bunch of young bucks, man, a bunch of Lakers. His last 2 games, man, he had 50+ points in his last 2. And then 40 before that. I think Chris Paul, I'm telling you, I see it. Like he's playing with chippiness on the court, man. He's not going for that dumb stuff, man. He's ready. He's trying to get his team focused. So I like him today. Now back up, Austin Rivers is still out, so I think Raymond Felton is an option at 3-1. I think he's an option, man. No Rivers. Somebody's going to have to back Chris Paul up. And when we get to shooting guards, I'll speak about my piece about Jamal Crawford. But, yeah, I think Felton should be in play. Last game he played 14 minutes. Not great. I was expecting him to see a little more than that. But I think he's okay. And moving on to damn, dude, I think I might be getting sick. I might be getting sick, man. I might have brought it on myself. Nah, I ain't gonna get down like that. But anyways, man, on the Lakers side of the ball, we have D'Angelo Russell, we have Jordan Clarkson, and we have Tyler Ennis. I think all three of these players are in play. The one I like the most is Tyler Ennis because of his price tag. I like CP3, man. So for me, point guard it's a wrap, man. I know I'm going with CP3. I doubt I'll have D'Angelo at shooting guard. But I think all these players are in good spots, man. Like the Lakers, they're in the system, man. They have 4 bodies filling 2 spots. Anytime you can get that, where you get the starter backup, anytime you can pinpoint it, those are going to be safe minutes. And I think all of these players are in that situation. So I'm going to move on to shooting guard. Shooting guard, we got D'Angelo Russell, like I said. That's where he starts now. Nick Young is out of the rotation. So then you can look at David Nwaba. A defensive type of player, man. He's at 3.3. Very cheap, man. If you want to take a dart, I don't know, man. I don't know. But, like, I brought him up because I think his minutes they're looking solid, man. He's getting solid minutes, 30 minutes, 23 minutes, 29, 28. I think he's okay. But he's not a guy that's gonna produce a lot of fantasy points really quick for you. So if he don't get those minutes, it won't work out. But yeah, I thought he was worth mentioning. And I don't see anybody else. I wouldn't take a chance on Nick Young. Like I said, I think he's done for the season. He fell out of the rotation. They know what they got in Nick Young. So they're not really worried about him. On the Clippers side of the ball, you got Jamal Crawford. I think he's in a decent spot. And I think if when Rivers being out, I think Jamal Crawford would get a boost in minutes. I think he'll play like, he with the second unit, he's the primary ball handler. So he'll give Chris Paul a little more relief whenever he may need that break. And they can put the ball in Crawford's hand. I think he'll get a uptick in usage. I like him, man. JJ Redick, 4.4. Y'all know the story with Redick, man. Do you think he can hit his threes? If he does, he'll crush his price tag. If he's not hitting his threes, he's not going to do anything else for you. You know, that's what it is with Redick. And I hate to say that, but it's that simple, man. If you think Redick can get you 4 or 5 threes today, go for it, man. He's in a good spot. Fast-paced game, it should be okay, man. He'll definitely have opportunities. It's just a matter of will he hit them. Moving on to small forward for the Lakers, we got Brandon Ingram. He's still questionable, I believe. Well, under the update, it says he's probable, actually. So if Brandon Ingram comes back, you want to look out for Nwaba's minutes because I think he'll take a slight decrease in minutes. Actually, if Ingram comes back, they'll start him over Brewer. They've been starting Corey Brewer in that place. But I wonder, man, because Brandon Ingram plays a little bit of the point guard, a little bit of the 2 guard, small forward. I wonder if it'll affect Tyler Ennis' minutes. That's why I thought about that because I want Ennis to keep his minutes, man. I like him today. But I don't know. Only time will tell, man. We'll see. But I think Brandon Ingram, man, of course, if he comes back, he's been known as the minutes man. But I got to throw another caution out there, man. He's coming back from a knee injury. Anytime I get a player coming off an injury, that's a lower body injury, it's a little scary, man, because if he does anything that looks remotely like he's in pain or something, they'll take him out, man, and it'll be a wrap for his day. And you never wanna see that, man. Especially if you roster the player, you hate seeing that. But yeah, I think Ingram, if he plays, man, with no restrictions, I'll definitely have him. Cause he's like he's a super utility player, man. He plays everywhere. Larry Nance, I think he's in an okay spot. He'll definitely he's similar to Ingram in the sense that they use him in a bunch of different places. I think he should be okay with a 4.6 price tag. And Corey Brewer, man, if Ingram is back, the Corey Brewer wave is over. I didn't buy into it anyway. He just doesn't get enough minutes to produce. Now I think Brewer is a good player, man. I like him outside of DFS, but in this situation in particular, he's not getting enough minutes to do anything for me. So I don't like him. Clipper side of the ball, Mbaye Mute. I don't know, man. I don't know. You know he's going to play 30 minutes, but you also know that he has a hard time scoring the ball. He's a solid NBA player, man. He plays defense a lot of times on the team's best player. Gets a lot of deflections and things like that. But DFS-wise, I could care less for the man, man. He doesn't produce. Now, of course, the Lakers could slack off, man, and be worried about Griffin or Paul or Reddick going off and leave him wide open, man. If he hit a couple threes, he paid off his price tag. Simple as that. But that's it for small forward. That's I'm going to definitely look for that other game for some small forwards, man. Those are not good options right there. Power forward, you got Blake Griffin. Of course, he's in a good spot. He's Blake Griffin going up against Julius Randle. I believe the Lakers give up a lot of fantasy points to the power forward position, so keep that in mind. But yeah, he's Blake Griffin. He's always going to be in a good spot. You got Blake Griffin, Mo Spates, man. He could see some backup minutes. He can make something happen. If this game ends up being a shootout or a blowout, anything like that, Mo Buckets will see Mo minutes, which could get you Mo money. Mo Spates is always a good option if you're trying to do a punt play, because he comes in firing, man. He knows his role. He comes in to get points. So I like him. For the Lakers side of the ball, you got Julius Randle at 6'4". I think he's in an okay spot. Should be a fast-paced game, up-tempo. People should be ready to, rock and roll, man. Him, Nance also is in a good spot. And then a guy that I'm going to mention, I don't even know why I'm going to mention him, but it came to me last night. Thomas Robinson, man. I'm going to take a chance on this guy, and I couldn't give you a solid reason on why I'm going to do it. But I just know that Zubac is probably not going to play. Black will be the starting center. And I think Robinson has opportunity to see the court, man. And if he does, I've seen him play before. Thomas Robinson is a solid NBA player. And I think this may be one of those times to take a chance on some Robinson, man. So I like him, especially for 3-4, man, a cheap option. Moving on, we got Blake Griffin at center. Not Blake Griffin. You can use Blake Griffin as your center. DeAndre Jordan at center at 7'7". Think he's in a good spot. I don't think Black is big enough to slow this man down, so DeAndre Jordan should be able to do whatever he wants to do, whenever he wants to do it, to be quite honest, man. I think he's in a solid spot. Like I said, Zubac, I don't know if he'll play. Make sure you stay up on the news, man. Stay up on the news. But Black at 3.7, he had a super good game last game. I don't think it'll happen 2 days in a row or 2 games in a row. That's just me. It could very well. He could go out there and just dominate DeAndre Jordan, but I don't see that happening. He's worth mentioning, though. I wanted to talk every single option possible, and I think I covered. The people that are relevant, I think I touched on all of them. I'm going to come back with a part 2 where I'm going to talk about the Atlanta-Chicago game. So click the next video.